Good morning, guys. It's 9:31, 4 minutes to go. Hope all is good. It's Friday. It's Friday morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everybody's good. Is everybody good? Good morning, Mike. Pani. Mr. G. Adele, Andile, Benson, Bayes, Ditaba, EJ, Faith. Good morning, good morning. Cooks. Henny, Iverson, Japi, Luat, Lafuno, Marcel, Masha. Bentimer, good morning, good morning. It's Friday, guys. Is there no smiles for me? Is there no smiles for me? The guys don't want to smile. I'm very happy. It's good to be alive. That's the good thing. It's good to be alive. But is anyone that's brand new here this morning, guys? Please let me know. Anyone that's brand new this morning, I just want to greet you. Just a couple of reminders there. As always, guys, QT is a licensed FSP 45262. Morning, Soli. Tavi Seng, Pemo. Shava, Shift. Good morning. Boss. We also license over-the-counter derivatives for provider, guys, the trading support department. We are facilitating the trading room. We had a blast yesterday. Who's been watching that CAD JPY? I told you I'm looking for a short there on the CAD JPY. Who's been watching it? Mike, I hope it's not that Euro CHF that's giving you that look. The Euro CHF. Sammy, Wandile, Tony. I got an RRM there. I'm not sure who that is. Good morning. All right, all the guys on YouTube, thanks for joining us. And the S&P. Did you guys see what happened with the dollar? Oh, see what happened with the dollar. All right, we're going to go into it now. It's good to be here. Guys, cut off over the draws there. Mondays to Fridays, 1500 hours, and Saturdays, don't forget, 9 a.m. And then all the guys that are brand new here this morning, guys, can we just welcome all our new guys to our community, guys? It is wonderful to have you. It's a brilliant place to be. A lot of value. There's a lot of value here. All right. And yes, a moment for the Queen. I'm getting there. Mr. G, I'm getting there. A very, very sad one indeed. Very interesting transition that I'm actually looking forward to, but we'll get into that now. All right. I just want to make sure that everybody is greeted. Everybody's cool. Shara, good morning. John Williams, got you there. And then guys here, lastly, don't forget your phases, accumulation, breakout, and movement phases. If you don't have this, get it. If you don't have it, get it. If you don't have it, get it. All right. Let's finish and, close up with the bang today. All right. Yeah, look, Shira, it goes back to what I mentioned to you, guys, before. Everything has pros and cons, isn't it? So everything, no matter what, even if you're a good person, even if you're trying to do your best, there'll always be someone that says, or there'll be something that's just off. It's just life. It's just what it is. Negativity is sometimes needed for things to fluctuate, guys. A sell will become a buy. The buy will become a sell at some point. Are we together? So things are cyclical. It moves in cycles. It's pros and cons. And the guys, we were actually having a very good chat this morning that people are driven by want. They're driven by greed. And so intelligence is then the higher order that one should strive toward, so that you don't get into that specific place. All right. They call the rat race these days the place of need and greed. The rat race. And they call in the guys that are more intelligent, them creating their jobs. So it's a very interesting thing. A lot of debates and discussions around these things. All right. But are you guys all right? Can I move? Is it okay? Can we get this day rolling? We had a very interesting day yesterday. I must say the ECB results, as well as Powell, did not necessarily give us what we were looking for. But then again, it's the markets, as I always say to you guys, that sometimes you expect something to go this way and then it goes the other way. Also, you guys do know that the dollar, when you look at the dollar and what makes up the dollar, it's a basket of other currencies. The euro is, I think it has about 46% influence on the US dollar. When that euro did come down, it dragged that dollar down as well. But what's going to be very important is that for us to revisit the DXY and then maybe just look at what was mentioned in our previous session and try to get to that. All right. And try to see if it actually hit our levels, if it went there. And I'm about to do that. So here we go. I hope you guys can see this is the dollar index. I have it open. And according to our analysis, the 108.640, if you revisit what we did look at previously, we said that if the dollar weakens, all right, to go back to these areas over here, which it has done now. Now, this is a very sharp push down, all right, which tells you about the future. Can someone tell me what I'm trying to say here? If it's so sharp, well, if it plummeted so sharply, what does this mean, ladies and gentlemen? Talk to me. Let's see. Good morning, Charmaine. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean if we have such a sharp movement down? I'm waiting. I want to see if the guys are with me. Hey, Zev, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Likely. Thank you very much, EJ. Let's give EJ a round there. All right. Correction must come. It's too sharp. Does it make sense? Price, when it comes down so sharply, expect a correction. Is everybody with me? Is everybody with me here? When it's so sharp, expect a correction. So we're at the 108.640. Let me ask the question, does this mean that the dollar is depreciating or appreciating? We're at 108. Is it depreciating or appreciating? That's a trick question, by the way. Is it appreciating or depreciating? Appreciating or depreciating? The dollar, the US dollar. Mintimer consolidation also comes sometimes. Remember, Mintimer, the bounce, in that bounce, the consolidation can happen. Shemaine, no, it's still in the appreciation zone. It's still in the appreciation zone. It's above 100. That's why I said it's a trick question. It's above the 100-point mark. Are we together? It's above the 100-point mark. It's still appreciating, but there is a delay in its appreciation. Sometimes we delay to appreciate people. Are we together, everybody? Can still go up? Absolutely. So we're still gunning for a stronger dollar. Please tell me if you guys have the level that I told you 2 days in a row and 2 weeks ago, the level that we're looking for the dollar to increase. Can someone please remind everybody? Because I know, but I want to see if you guys are writing this stuff down. I want to see if you're putting it onto your charts. What is the point level that we are looking for dollar strength to go to? Thank you, Fanny. Let's give Fanny a round of applause. Beautiful. Let's give Teresa a round of applause. 114 points. That's what we're looking for. At this point, we just halfway, just over halfway, because 107 would be halfway. We're at 108 now. So we're just halfway past that mark. Maybe next week, all right, or next week could be 5 days, but maybe in 2-3 days, it could reach. Are we together? All right. So with the dollar then decreasing in strength, we need to go and check and see what is happening on our pairs. All right. So I've shared my MT5. Here's gold, ladies and gentlemen. It is moving up. Look at this. It's now moving up once again. Look at this. If it changes and closes, this is a 30-minute. Let's look at the hour. The hour is still rejecting there. All right. And we have a 1742 that we spoke about here. With the dollar decreasing in strength, we have an increase in gold. 1742. 1742. That is what we discussed before that big fall there. Why did it fall here? That resistance on this left-hand side was respected on the right-hand side, and we dipped once again. And we dipped once again. Is everybody clear with this, guys? Remember, the gold and the dollar is correlating together. Also, please remember, the dollar did weaken. They were looking at the comments that Jerome Powell made yesterday. about that they, excuse me, they are still committed to tightening up the interest rates and the inflation. Are we together? And there are rumors that it might come that the 75 basis points could be another rate hike in the US, given that it was the euro that had a 75 basis points rate hike. That is 0.75%. All right, everybody. The dollar might be pursuing the same thing as well. And so, with that being said, if it is the case, listen to this, if it is the case that the dollar could have another 75 basis points coming, which is a big leap, are we together, guys? That retracement makes sense for us to push up later on. Can I say it again? That retracement down makes sense for them to pull the money out and get a cheaper dollar. Is everybody clear with that? Remember, when there's a retracement, money gets taken out and price goes down. Are you with me there? When price goes down, you have a cheaper price. You have a lower area for you to buy. Is everybody clear with that? All right. Let me just make sure everybody's 100% with what I just mentioned there. When money gets taken out, price goes down, you have a lower area that you can go and buy now. Is everybody clear? And so then with the interest rates that go up, guys rush once more again to the dollar to get it at a cheaper price or a lower level. Is everybody clear with that, guys? So it makes sense when you look at it from that specific angle. The guys that are trading pro dollar, it did not make sense. The guys that are in deficits because they were for the dollar, it doesn't make sense to them because they wanted to make profits. So if you want to make a profit, you're not going to agree with the opposite narrative. It's just life. It's just what happens. Does it make sense? But I know some guys, they capitalize on it. Are we together? When it doesn't go their way, they capitalize on it. And that's the kind of attitude that we are looking for. All right. So that is the dollar. Let's quickly go. Well, that's gold. Gold is moving in the opposite direction of the dollar, and if that continues, then we're going to see 1742. Are we together? 1742. Just write that down for me, please. In this specific case here, not necessarily, all right, Mike, because here we already have our level, 1724. If it breaks above 1724, this is only used, all right, if price is pausing in a specific area. So you also got to know when to use your tool. Are we together? Once you've used it and it pushes above that specific resistance now, are we together? Are you going to use a spade every day? Are you going to use a spade every day? You're going to use it when you need to use it. So in this specific case here, or if you go to the NASDAQ as an example, it was used. We've used it now. So now we know what has happened. We pushed up 1245. And now I want you to go back to what I've been speaking to you before you use the symmetrical. Please don't get stuck in one thing. Are we together? Don't get stuck in one thing. Before I spoke about the symmetrical 2 days ago, we were talking about resistance. We were talking about pivot points in terms of major key levels. So once you've used the tool, don't get stuck in that area. Now you take it off. I can take this off now because it's done what it needed to do. It gave me direction. It showed me what price is doing. Is everybody clear here? So once it's done that, it's now at 12,455. Frustration is going to kill you. It's going to kill you. You got to learn to use these tools when you need to use them. All right, everybody. That's part of that two-phase approach that I'm saying to you guys all the time. Competency and practicality. Once you are competent and you then learn to apply, are we together? The competency shows you when you need to apply. But if you're not competent yet in it 100%, you're going to get frustrated. So leave the frustration and go back to the books. Is everybody clear? Leave that frustration and go to the books. Is everybody clear? Is everybody clear? We had a very interesting discussion about mindsets. Give me 1 second here. We had a very, very interesting discussion about mindsets. And actually, Roger was the one that actually brought this up. He said he is so against when people talk about born into a family that has a specific race, specific wealth status, etc. And he said that that stuff doesn't matter. If you're born into a wealthy family, you whatever race, you whatever culture, wherever you come from, it does not determine success. Is everybody with me? It is character, it is grit, it is the mindset. If you come into trading and you don't reform the mind, it doesn't matter who you are not going to get this thing. Is everybody with me? So the two-phase approach, competency, practicality. It's Friday. I want to be a bit serious here, taking you into the weekend so that on Monday you back with that kind of mindset. Is everybody with me? So competency, practicality, it's reforming the mind. All right. So this NASDAQ here, 12, look at this, 12,455, 12,455. We are knocking at that resistance. Are we together? We are knocking at that resistance. And when you look at 13,035, based on the correlating patterns of the US dollar and your gold, we are looking at a possible long here. It is not a long yet. It is not a long yet. So take away the tool, take away the symmetrical, just deal with the levels. We have not broken above 12,455 successfully yet. We have not. Therefore, we will not get into a long here. Is everybody with me? We don't get into a long. We've not broken above there. Look, I'm on the hour cluster now. 12 hours, not above there. Are we together? 8 hours, not above there. 6 hour, 4 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours. So we are not above there. So why would we get in for that specific long? It can reject there. Does that make sense, everybody? I spoke about the dollar just now going down sharply. Look at these wicks over here. If the dollar goes down sharply like that, whenever price goes down sharply, remember, there's a possible bounce. EJ said it. Etienne, there's a possible bounce. So if that bounce comes in the dollar, guess what? We can possibly reject here and come back down again. It's Friday. A Friday is a slow, unpredictable day. Ash, please validate why you say slow and unpredictable. It's slow because people are moving away to go and enjoy the weekends. Is everybody with me? They're going away, so they are not putting in as much volume, so price slows down. Then the unpredictability comes in where things can just go haywire all of a sudden. Now you see this NASDAQ here, look at this. All of a sudden, you see that, unpredictable, slow, but it's unpredictable. That's why it's not always wise to get into the market on a Friday. Is everybody with me here, guys? Can I say that again? Slow, unpredictable. It can go slow and in your favor, or it can go slow and then it becomes predictable where it moves against you totally. So what is the wise thing to do? Sometimes just decrease your volumes. Don't go in with 5 lots on a Friday. Is everybody with me? So if you still want to go into a trade, go in with a small amount. At least your risk is decreased. So it's not to say don't trade, but if you're going to, decrease your risk because it's unpredictable. Is everybody clear with what I just mentioned there, guys? Feeling very, very mindset-y here this morning, just talking about stuff, you know, that gets the mind going, yeah? Is everybody clear? I'm going to give everybody 14 seconds and then we're going to push. Then we're going to push on, all right? All right, so S&P 500, Mike McLean did say this one's giving a bit of a headache. I hope you got something stronger than that Disprin that you said yesterday. All right, so S&P 500 here. Guys, what's very important about this guy, the S&P, according to the symmetrical here that we used, the NASDAQ was very unpredictable with that. But look at the symmetrical that we used here. It broke above. Look at this, above. And after the vertical line, it was still above. It has now obviously tested that same specific trend line. Now remember, it's still in the buy zone. It's still in the buy zone at this point. The dollar is weak, gold is going up. So we're not just using a symmetrical. I'm bringing the fundamentals in. I'm bringing the other securities in as one, story, not isolated. Don't use it in isolation. Everybody clear? Can I please make a simple example here? Do we teach our kids in anger only? No. Do we teach our kids in peace only? No. I sometimes teach my 10-year-old when I'm very annoyed. Are we together? But through the annoyance, I'm painting a picture. This is why daddy is annoyed. Does that make sense, everybody? So I'm putting things together to give a picture so that she understands. Is everybody clear? The same with trading. Don't use tools in isolation. Please run, Tabo. Sia, when someone says RSI above 50% buy, run for the hills. Run for the hills. Is everybody clear? BK, Pretty, Teboho, Adele, Mike, Mpo. When someone says sell, all right, beneath the 50% of that RSI, sell, run for the hills. Because you cannot just use it in isolation. Ash, why are you saying this? Because I did it. In my first 3 years, I was gullible. Why? Ek wil geld gemaak het. I wanted to make money. Does that make sense, everybody? Hungry. I still like money. I don't love it. I like it. I like it a lot because it buys me things. Does it make sense? It takes care of my family. So I like it a lot. And in the beginning, I think I loved it. So when the guy said buy, I bought above 50%. And guess what happened? He did not say, look at the weekly time frame. He did not say, look at the daily time frame. He did not say that there are different clusters. There was 9 time frames according to him. Does it make sense? But later on through wisdom, knowledge, there's 21. Now I know I will not do what he tells me to do now. Does that make sense, everybody? Paying 4,000 Rand for trading above a RSI. I could have gotten that on YouTube. That's crazy. Is everybody clear? So in this specific case, this symmetrical showed us, all right, in using the tool that there is still buyers in this specific market. All right. And if you look at the buying market here, this is still the buyer's market in this area here. So even if price comes down like this, Adele, it's still buying. There's still buyers. It is only when price does this, when it drops beneath this level here, that zone. When it drops beneath there, as well as beneath the 3981. Sorry for that. Beneath the 3981 and this trend line. That's 2 barriers it needs to go through. Is everybody with me here? Why do you think police put barriers in a speeding car's way? Is to slow down. Does it make sense? And what the guys they try to go through the barriers. They try to go through the barriers by jigga. Does it make sense, everybody? Is everybody clear? But the spikes, what does the spikes do? It does what? It stops that speed from carrying on. Does it make sense? The same with this resist, this support, and this trend line is like spikes. Is everybody with me? It's stopping the resistance of those sellers from going down. But if they get through, as a deurkom, please tell me how to say it in Zulu. Shaya, if they get through, we move. Does that make sense, everybody? If it gets through, we short because it's gone through the spikes. Does it make sense, everybody? It somehow managed to dodge the spikes. At this point, it slows down. So you got to get through the barriers. Can I please also put this to you in a very beautiful way? Patience is needed, and you need to wait for those barriers to either be resisted or broken. If there's no patience, if you're looking at that chart like a hawk, trust me, today already, it's bad. Does that make sense, everybody? Is everybody clear? You have to have the patience to put your trade in, or you got to have the patience to wait for the level to be broken, and then you push. All right. Sia says, hold on, Shemaine, hold on, guys. Shemaine, sorry, what do you mean by symmetrical? What is that blue? Symmetrical is a triangle that measures the uncertainty of price action. It has lower highs and higher lows. You wait for it to break those levels so that you can have some form of identification of direction. All right. Symmetrical is a tool that is used to measure the uncertainty of price action. All right. Then see, do they still do that in SA? What, spikes? There's spikes. I believe there's spikes in SA. Yeah, there is spikes in SA. Yeah. All right. Can I move on? Dow Jones. And look at this fellow here. This is a very interesting one. I don't know if Anya's on today. This specific one here, guys, on the N1, the thieves put spikes. And then I didn't know. I actually didn't know that. So this is a very interesting one here with the Dow Jones. All right, I'm going to take this off. This was a previous, that was a much bigger measurement of that symmetrical. Can you see it here? It's a much bigger measurement. If I put on my 4-hour, you'll see it. Now it came down. Are we together? And so far at this point in time, from a bigger measurement perspective, Shira, higher time frame. That's what I mean by bigger, higher time frame. It is still bearish. Are we together? Because look at this. It's broken down. There's the vertical line. Are we together? It's not above the pivot point. So from a higher time frame perspective, it's still bearish. But if you go to the shorter time frame, shorter now, look, shorter. Put on the line chart. Can you guys see this? That is the lower high. Let me take this position size off so you can see it better. Please take note only of this here. Can you guys see it though? Let me just make sure. Can you guys see it? Can you see the red? Can you guys see the red? All right. So now look at this. These are higher lows, isn't it so? Let me take this off. So here's a symmetrical now, shorter time frame. Shorter time frame. And look at that. There's a symmetrical. It pushed down, pushed up, broke above. Uncertain, broke above. It's now at the vertical line. And look at that. It's still in the buy zone. Can you guys see this? It's still in the buy zone here on a shorter time frame. Is it making sense here? Sia, is it making sense? Tabo, is it making sense? Mike, is it making sense here? On a shorter time frame, it is bullish. But a longer time frame, it is bearish. So you can use this. So scalpers, yes, Jay, there we go. Scalpers, they're going to use this now on a 15-minute chart now as an example and buy this thing. Does that make sense? But the guy that is using a 4, a 6, a 8 hour, he is still selling here. Does that make sense, everybody? He's still selling here. So if you go to the 6 hour, look at the zone here, there. Can you guys see this? So it broke long ago. So the guy that sold over here, he's taken his profits. He's come down. Look at this. It's come down significantly. Went down 600 pips here. He's taken his profits already. Now he's waiting for the bullish mark to be done. Does it make sense, everybody? He's waiting for for this bullish run to be done here so we can short it again. Sia, are you with me here? Now, what I'm going to do here now, watch here, Kudzai. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to take the short-term triangle off. I'm taking this off. And I'm only showing you the longer term. It's still in the sell zone. Is everybody clear? It's beneath. Look at that. It's still in the sell zone. Look at that. Is everybody with me here? It's still in the sell zone from a longer time frame perspective. So what's happening is price is now going back to where? That trend line. You see that? To possibly move where? Down again. It's still in the sell zone long term. Are we together? So if you go to the monthly, we are still bearish. If you go to the weekly, we are still bearish. If you go to the daily, look at that. We are still bearish here, guys. This is not new, guys. Come on, this is not new. We've been dealing with the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones for some time. This is not a new session. So me doing this is showing you how you're tracking stuff at the same time. Are we together? So we know that the NASDAQ, the S&P, and the Dow Jones has been in a retracement zone for the first 6 months of 2022. We dealt with this already. So this is not new. If you still don't have this, I'm going to question. Because if you go to your weekly chart, look here, if you go to your weekly chart, This, look at this. Oh, hold on. From a monthly perspective, that's two. We've dealt with this. January, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. We've dealt with this already. The first 6 months, 7 months of 2022, it has retraced, or it has been retracing. Is everybody clear with that? So if it's still in its what? In its selling zone. Is everybody clear? I'm going to pause for 14 seconds and then I'm going to move on. All right. I want everybody's with me before I do. And if you are not 100%, please don't stress about it. All right. Don't try to cram everything in one session or in 1 month or in, guys, don't do that to yourself. All right. Don't do that to yourself. That is a choice you make. All right. I'm already leading you and saying, guys, it takes time. Is everybody clear? It takes time. All right. Exactly, Ash. Go back, go back, go back, go back. Let's go to Brent. Any change in Brent here? Nope. Still at the 88 level. Still at the 88 level. Are we doing anything here, guys? Ladies and gentlemen? No. We're still there at the 88 level. Hey, Laik, how's it? Load shedding. Yeah, you know, and they normally start on a Wednesday or what? They normally start on a Wednesday and, you know, you just got to deal with it. But she's been good to me, you know. She's been extremely good to me. I had a chat with her, you know, she's been very good. All right. So Brent, we do nothing. WTI still at the same place. EJ, we still at the $80 there. We still at 80.18. All right. Everybody clear? Everybody clear? We do nothing here for now. Let's go to our dollar pairs. Oof, look at this. Knocked both 96334 and 95975. These were the two areas I said to you guys, please watch them. Is anyone that did watch them? Is there anyone that did watch them? Please tell me you watched it. There's the 96334. If you went for the short TP hit, if you went for the 95975 TP hit. All right. Everybody there? Everybody there? So the next area, 95342. 95342. 54 pips there. Are we together? And then 94777. Ash, where are you getting that? Right there at the bottom. Right there. That's where those levels are. We continue, guys, to drop with dollar weakness. We are currently in the movement phase, however. Currently movement phase. So if you're going to get in now, you go to your 1 minute. Now you got to go, that's your lowest low. Lowest low, that's the lowest low. 95916. 0.95916. 0.95916. Let me just, it's a Good Friday. It's a Good Friday. 0.95916. Everybody with me? Everybody with me here? Everybody there? 14 seconds. Then I'm going to move on. Risk and reward. All right, the guys want risk and reward. Give me a sec. All right, are you guys ready for possible short? Please, guys, I'm not now. Not now. It's not ready. It's not cooked yet. It's 113 pips. Roughly around here, 96564. Not now, guys. It hasn't broken beneath that lower low. If it's a minute world, 95342. 95342. All right. And then for the guys that are a bit more conservative, then 94777. Just a quick question: how does the Queen's death? It hasn't affected it yet. Any effect or impact? There are various things that actually happen with that, guys. Can I please mention this to you? In my lifetime here, and maybe seniors, when have you ever experienced a death of royalty like this? So it's the first time for many people. Is everybody with me here? It's the first time for many people. So many people don't know what's going to happen because, yeah, well, look, he wasn't royalty in that sense. Are we together? This is monarchy. It's totally different. Are we together? Gerard says that Diana was last, but she wasn't on the throne like the queen or the king. Does it make sense? So someone dying on that level there, what's supposed to happen immediately? Prince Charles becomes king. He's next in line. So, but now him being next in line, there's a death that must also be done what? Be taken care of. So will there be 12 days of mourning, 24 days of mourning? What? We don't know yet. Does it make sense, everybody? Is everybody with me here? Is it 10 days? Okay, cool. So it's 10 days of mourning. All right. So now he still needs to be what? He still needs to be made king. Is everybody with me? So when does that come in? So that's what I mentioned there in the beginning, Gerard, is that this is going to be a very interesting transition. I've been watching it already since yesterday. I've been watching all the news channels. I've been listening to what they were saying about the Queen, her early life, etc., what she managed to do, and so forth. Are we together? Is everybody with me there? But if she gave Prince Charles the throne while she was alive, do you see how it would have? Now, does it make sense? If she abdicated, all right? If she abdicated, all right, and said, I'm giving it over now, it would have been a different scenario, but she didn't. She died being the queen. So it's going to be an interesting transition. Are we together? Everybody with me? Possible influence in the markets. The queen almost literally had no freedom. Her entire life was bound up. Oh, listen, Mark, that's the truth. In her teens already, she stopped being a normal child. Normal. All right, normal. Like, I doubt there will be much, to be honest. Meghan Markle can now make cookies in. Come on, man. Feel a bit of sensitivity, you know. All right. Hopefully they don't fight. They shouldn't. She probably had a will. Are we together? She put it in place already. That level. All right. On that level, it should be in place. All right. So, do you guys have 94777? 94777. 94777. Do you guys have it? Can I move on? USD CAD. Look at this. 1.29228. Guys, all of this is in drop zone right now. Drop zone right now. Charmaine, I just said there's been nothing. I'm not sure yet. We are not sure yet. It hasn't had any effect at this moment in time. I haven't seen anything crazy. Are we together? Look at the GBP here. The pound is still strong. Look at that. Look there. The pound is still strong there. So there's nothing yet. Are we together? We have to wait and see. Maybe if they fight. Maybe if they fight, we don't know. But I doubt. I doubt. We'll have to see and then wait. All right. But let's just finish up here, guys. USD CAD. USD CAD 1.29228. It's in drop zone right now. This is the movement phase, guys. I wouldn't recommend anyone get into a drop zone. All right. It's always good for price to do just a bit of accumulation. Are we together? So maybe if it stops there and it starts pushing a little bit like this, are we together? But at this moment in time, if you get in now, at that point, and price does push up and does a retracement, you are going to be in a deficit. Are we together? Sidetrack, US making the thing about Meghan being the first. Yeah, guys, it's going to be like, look, guys, when these events happen, guys, do you guys know what the root meaning of news is? You know what's the root meaning of news? New thing, new thing. So when someone's, I'm going to give you news, they're basically saying, I'm going to give you a new thing. So I'm not even surprised by the news because there'll always be a new thing. Michael Jackson, I don't know why, Jackson, Michael Jackson. All right, Diana, Nelson Mandela, all these guys, all these icons, guys. Whenever something like this happens, it's going to be a standstill for now. People are going to mourn, people are going to go through it. But after that, the world is going to continue. Does that make sense, everybody? Is everybody with me here? I want to give you the two extremes, all right? So we don't get trapped in them. It's going to move on. I don't mean to sound insensitive at all. I am very aware of what that means. Are we together? But it's going to move on. It's going to move on. So you can see it from both angles. So there's going to be a lot of opinions. There's going to be a lot of views. People are going to make up fake stories. It's going to be crazy. Does it make sense, everybody? People are going to say things that things will be leaked. Look what the Queen did 50 years ago. Are we together, everybody? Things like that is going to surface. But after that, it's going to move on. Is everybody clear there, guys? Everybody clear, all right? Just like the markets. The markets forgets about the trade you did in June 13th. The market doesn't care about your trade anymore that you did in January the 5th of 2022. It's moved on from you. Does it make sense, everybody? It's the sad reality. It's just what it is, yeah? Everybody with me? All right, so if you guys are willing to get into a risky trade like this, all right, going down to this zone here, guys, you're more than welcome. But like I said to you, if you're going to trade on a Friday, keep it, all right? Just keep it to the minimum then, all right? Get your risk and reward, nice and low, all right? Mandela's passing put a standstill in SA. Yep. I'm nervous. I don't know why, but I just am. Wonder what's going. Okay, all right. Ash, that comment there, you got to be a bit more specific. Nervous about what? Or that to like privately, because. All right, AUD USD with the dollar weakening, ladies and gentlemen. We said this looks like a very nice double bottom. Look at this nice bounce from 67003. Are we together here? Now, if you are trading this guy here, if you would like to trade it, let me take this off. Let me take this off. So it's uncertain at this point in time. So Mike, look at this now. Price has just pushed up significantly here now. It's pushed up significantly. So now the question is, where do I get in from here? If I want to trade AUD USD, where do I get in now? All right, because you can get in now, but what if price retraces? So now you can go and use a symmetrical triangle. Let's say you want to take it up to 69553, 68 level, right? So there's your symmetrical. What does it have now? There's your lower highs. There's your lower highs. All right? Everybody with me? So far, is everybody with me here? So there's your lower highs. I'm going to take 7 off. I'll take as well so we can see a little bit more. Take that off. I'll keep that 6.8 on this. Just so a little bit more clarity, okay? So let me take that off as well. So is it clear so far, guys? Because I want to answer the question to some of the guys that is not 100% this yet. Are we together? So here we have lower highs. Lower highs. Are we together? Now I want you to notice something very, very powerful here. If I go to, while I'm on the 15, I go to the 12, look. 10, 6, 5, watch. 4, Mike, I hope you're paying attention here. 3, 2, and 1. Now let me ask the question. Is this enough for us to draw symmetrical? Is this enough for us to draw a symmetrical I gave you the answer yesterday. What do we base a symmetrical triangle on? Is everybody with me? What do we base a symmetrical triangle on? That was the question that I got yesterday and I answered, all right? I'm seeing the guys are laughing here. Guys, can we quickly just pause just the humor for a second, because I want the guys to understand this. Are we together? And it goes back to what I said. You don't just use the tool all the time. You must have a reason for using it. Does that make sense? Everybody with me? In Afrikaans sê ons gaan spit. So I have a garden. Ek gaan die weekend lekker spit. Are we together? I'm going to make loose. I want to plant some cabbage, some tomatoes. Are we together, everybody? I want to plant some chili, some mint, etc. So guess what? I need to go and dig. So I need a spade for that. Does it make sense? Because I need it for that specific area. In this case here, a 1 minute frame. If I take my triangle, hold on. I take my triangle and I do this. Now I'm going to go back to 15 minutes. Look where that point is. Is that going to work? Is that a symmetrical? No, it's not a symmetrical. Can someone tell me why it is not a symmetrical? Why is it not a symmetrical? Guys, let's give Ricky a round of applause. It needs data. Is everybody with me here? So Ash, this data it needs. Are we together? Is everybody with me? So it needs data. Is it a symmetrical now? Is this a symmetrical? Yes or no? By the way, these are trick questions, guys. Is this a symmetrical triangle? Thank you, Shara. It's trick questions because I'm trying to see if you guys are with me. This has already sailed to Boho. This is not valid anymore. Can someone tell me why it's not valid? Why is it not valid? Listen, why is it not valid? Look where it is. It's already broken above. It's already broken above. It's not valid anymore. It's broken above. It's gone past the vertical line. So guess what? Is this valid here? Yes or no? It's not valid, guys. It's already moved. Can you guys see this? Look at that. It's already moved. Is everybody with me here? So guess what? Now we need to wait for this. Mike, look at this. There's a very big chance that we might not even get this specific trade to actually go up there. You know why? Because if price keeps on moving like this, the way it is now, we might reach there, and then we got to wait for price to come where? Down. Are we together? Now we got to wait for it to come. So this boat has already sailed. This here is not applicable anymore. This year. Why? Because it's reached that specific TP already. Are you with me here? Shira, can I say that again? It's already gone above. It's gone past the finish line. It's gone above the resistance. If it hits the TP, now we wait. So for a trade like this, now you got to wait. Is everybody with me? I'm going to show you what we wait for. Watch now. Now we got to wait for price to do this. Now we got to wait for price to come down as an example. Are we together? Everybody with me here? Now, once it comes down, look at this. There's a lower high. Mike, your question now becomes valid. Do we redraw? Do we redraw? Now you redraw. Why? Because that one's already left the station. Does it make sense? Pivot point. Look at this pivot point now. Ah, do you see that, Mike? Now it becomes applicable because price has already hit the TP. It's come down retracement. Look where that point, it's shifted from where? From down here all the way up because you allowed price to move. Is everybody with me here? Look where the pivot point is now. Is it applicable? Yes or no? Is it applicable? Yes. So now do you understand when I say you got to use the tool when it's necessary? At this point, the boat has sailed. It's done. You got to wait now. Does that make sense, everybody? And this is the killer of traders. They cannot wait. Therefore, they use the tool incorrectly. You know, before I knew how to use a spade, did you guys, maybe some of the guys share sentiment here. You know where I really realized where I was using a spade incorrectly? At a funeral. This one day was long ago. I was at a funeral and the guy said, okay, Mana, jackets off. Okay, yeah, I go. And I'm taking that spade. I'm telling you, it's all about speed. It's just me, you know, speed. When I finished there, my arms were shaking. My arms were shaking because I'm not used to using the tool. Does that make sense? And over the years after using it, it started becoming more firm, more stable. I'm no longer shaking. because now you do push-ups, now you go to gym, you strengthen your arms, etc. And now you use the tool correctly. What am I saying? Give yourself some time to understand the movement of the market. So when you use the tools, you're not shaky. Is everybody with me? Lorenzo says there's spit vanach. But he's spit net stuff. The truth. Is everybody with me? So are you understanding this part where we say the pivot point, the cross, if it's at the bottom, the boat has sailed. Does that make sense? It must be relevant like it is now. Is everybody clear? 14 seconds. In that 14 seconds, I'm moving on to the next one. Because guys, honestly, if I don't take time to explain certain things, frustration will begin to build up. Is everybody clear? And that's normal as a human being. All right. All right, I'm pushing. NZD USD. Now, this guy here, guys, if you look at it from a daily perspective, there is one candle here. Mike, we need price to do this. Look at this. We need price to stop, and we need price to start pushing down now. Do you see that, everybody? You need price to start pushing down. All right. Why? So you can draw your symmetrical. Is everybody clear? You can't draw it here. Can't. All right. Now Mercedes mess up with that. You know, you get some staunch, staunch Mercedes supporters. They're going to tell you, hey, well, Tula, please, just please. So this one here, we got to wait. We got to wait. Guys, let me ask you another trick question. Can I ask you another trick question here? When you are using all these tools, is momentum vital for the tool? When you're using these tools, is momentum vital for these tools? When you are using these tools, is momentum vital for these tools? Yes or no? When you are using these tools, is momentum vital for these tools? Mike says yes. Yes. Are we together? Thank you very much. Let's give Laik a round of applause. Yes, we need momentum because it writes the candles. Think of candles as words. Is everybody with me? Think of it as words. It's writing a sentence. If the sentence is not complete, I can't smell what you are writing. Does that make sense, everybody? Does it make sense? We can't smell what price is. You got to wait for the candles to form. Let it form. It's telling you a story. Does it make sense, everybody? So the momentum gives us a story. All right. So NZD USD, we wait. GBP USD, same thing. This will be a nice long here, though. But we need the data to come down a little bit. Can you see that? Mike, very nice long here, but we need the momentum to come down and give us a higher low. I don't know. Yeah, no, I'm going to pause that question. I'll pause that question, but we need, we need the momentum to come down to give us a higher low. Then we can draw and use our tools. Does it make sense, everybody? Everybody with me? Can I move on? Is that okay? Can I move on, ladies and gentlemen? Euro USD, then I'm going to USD JPY. Guys, I'm really enjoying this specific session because it's very teachy. It's very teachy. Euro USD. That's an hour. Look at the daily. We need momentum to tell a story here. If you go to the hour, Mike, are we going to use it here now? Yes or no? Teresa's enjoying it too. Anyone else enjoying it? Anyone else enjoying it? The teachy feel to this Friday morning. Right. Are we going to use it here? So if I take this off, are we going to use it here? Yes or no? We're not going to use it here right now. Does it make sense, everyone? Is everybody with me here, guys? We're not going to use it here now. And this is pretty clear. You don't even have to use it because there's your level of resistance. Are we together? So if you switch to a shorter time frame, you don't even have to use it. If you switch to a shorter time frame between where price is now, look where price is now there. Me. So can you see that? From that specific angle, 39 pips. Nothing for us to do here. All right, boat has sailed. Let's move. Nothing for us to do here. Unless we start doing this. Let me take this off. Hold on, guys. Let me just take this off. Unless this happens. Look at this. Can you guys see this? Unless this happens. All right. Then we will have what? We'll have something to actually work with here. Can you see that, Mike? Now we'll have something to actually work with. Right there. Look at that. That's something to work with. All right. Everybody clear? Got a beautiful one for us to show analysis. Ash, we had the analysis on, but it's finally, listen here, and Laik is a witness to that. There was 3 TPs with the Euro JPY. Is there anyone else that can also remember that? There was three TPs. All right. Brendan, no. This is one tool in the toolbox. All right. All hit. Right. Laik, tell the guys there was 3 TPs on the Euro JPY that we gave, that we analyzed in here. Right. All 3 hit. All 3. All 3 hit. Brendan, you get different kinds of tools, right? In a toolbox. It's like I said also to you guys yesterday, whilst I move on to USD JPY, we're going to leave this one for now. USD JPY. Guys, there's guys that are selling one tool. Are we together? Omolemo, Sia, Adele, Shira. Remember, there are guys that are selling, they sell one tool. Is everybody with me here? I know of guys that sell the moving averages. They'll charge you 9,500 Rand for a strategy to use only the moving averages. Everybody with me? Yep. That's the truth. USD JPY. USD JPY. Is there someone here that has bought a strategy from some of the guys out there that sold the strategy using one tool? Is there anyone in the trading room that has gone through that kind of experience before? Anyone? Teresa, no. Laik got it for free. Mike, because I know you like the symmetrical. Let me quickly answer a question here. Ash, why are you using that high there? Why are you using yesterday? Because I can't speak for today. Does that make sense? This thing fell today. So it fell today based on what happened yesterday. Are we together? So I can't go and do that. Are we together? I gotta track it back because this is today. This is the result of what happened yesterday. So I can't use that. That would be incorrect. I have to use yesterday's highs. Yesterday, there. Does it make sense? And so watch. Look at the pivot point, Mike. Look at the symmetrical. Look at that pivot point. Was it beneath? Yes. Do you see that? So that was where the vertical line is. It stayed in the selling zone yesterday, and it's no surprise it fell today. It's exactly what I spoke to you guys about yesterday. Can't put today. I can't put today. That's an incorrect form of analysis. I have to use yesterday. Guys, that's how guys make money. They use previous price. That's what support and resistance is. It's previous price data. And they use it to predict future. So today's the future based on yesterday's prediction. Is everybody with me here, guys? This is the future happening right now, this minute, this second, this millisecond, based on yesterday's data. Everybody here? Who remembers I told the guys I'm looking for a short in CAD JPY? Who remembers I said to the guys, CAD JPY, I'm looking for a short here. It was yesterday. You weren't Laik. Funny. Let's go to CAD JPY. Look at that. Short. Are we together? So I was in here. Are we together? This area here. Price moved against me. Did I stress? Did I stress? Look at the symmetrical. Did I stress? Yes or no? TP is 108. Yes. It's still on its way down there. I didn't stress. Look at this. Sell zone went up. Are we together? No stress. Don't forget, buy zone. Sell zone. Buy zone. Sell zone. And I said to you guys, price can do this. Can go above. Can go above. It is now breaking and going back down again. Is everybody with me here, guys? You can if you want to, Fani. From where price is now, that's 78 pips. Anyone interested in this trade? Anyone interested? Anyone else as well that's happy to go in? It's Friday, keep your risk low. Look at that. Look at that wick there. Look at that wick. Look at that wick there. Shira, look at that wick. That sucker's just standing out there. All right, let's go. For a short. No, 8.638. Then 76 pips. I can give you a stop loss. Yes. Shira? Yeah. Stop loss 109.819. 109.819. Risk 51 Rand, reward 91 for 0.01. Keep your risks low, guys, on a Friday. Are we together? There we go, Shira. That's it, man. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Keep your risk low. The yen is weak even again. The yen is strong against the dollar as well. Are we together? You with me? What a great Friday. See ya. I'm going to buy you smileys, man. It's a new kind of sweet they have out there. 108.638. Raymond, cool. Like, I'll speak to load shedding. I'll speak to her. All right. You'll see. You'll see. Mr. W, how's it? How's it? I'm in on my other accounts. Yes. If you want me to, I can get in here as well. All right. Everybody cool? Everybody cool? Let's hope, Sia. Check Joseph there. Can we move on, ladies and gentlemen? CHFJPY. Look at this one now. Now, check this out. Mike, it's another example now. Look at the apex. Still very far away from it. We're still very far. We're still very far away from that area there. Can you see that? The solar inverter. Hey, Zeph. Zeph. This is not a sales land, eh? Though. All right, everybody cool. We leave this one alone. CHFJPY, can we move on? AUD. Euro AUD. This one, I showed you an example yesterday. I said to you, there is a longer period, which is this zone here, and there's a shorter period, which we looked at. There. Mike, here's your Euro CHF. Look what happened. Broke beneath, passed, went over the finish line. Look at this. Over the finish line. Can you see that? Went over the finish line and then went up and boom. Can you see that? So went past the finish line. This was shorter term movement. Past the finish line, went up and hit that specific area. Can you move, guys? Is everybody with me here, guys? I want to give you there was two that I want to give you. Just give me a sec. GBP, NZD. But that boat is sailing already. Okay, no, it's fine. I wanted to give you GBP, NZD, but that boat is sailing. GBP, AUD. This one did not work out. The resistance was just too strong there. AUD Swiss franc, we'll go for that for a buy. We're going to check that one now. Here's the GBP NZD. So GBP NZD did have, but you can see this one, the boat is already sailed, man. Yeah, this one is already sailed, guys. GBP NZD. Can you see that? This one is done. This one is done here. Can we move AUD Swiss franc? Let's go check it out for a buy. I'm sure you'll agree with me, Laik. This was disappointing for us. We initially wanted to go to 68669, but you know that that could still work. Remember how long we waited for AUD NZD? It eventually did go to our TP, but it took long. All right. So from this angle here, let's do this. Mike, here's another example. All right, my good friend. Now we're looking for a long. We're looking for that bounce, right? We're looking for the bounce. Now look what I've done. Is the boat sailed here? Nope. It's not sailed, guys. We at that apex there now. Can you see it, Mr. W? We in the center. All right. Are you guys ready? The boat has not sailed yet. Six 66116. It's 2 little pips. 66524. Laik, you're gonna TP 067. Okay, cool. 67. Okay, cool. 67. But what I want, let's do this. I'm gonna take this off. Take that off. Back on there. Please write this down, guys. Please write this down. 0.66608. 0.66608. Yes, yes, yes. Now, Mike, this is a bullish setup. Yes, it's bullish. Now, please watch this, guys. This can still happen. And this is where the patience comes in. Price can do this. If it passes the finish line nicely, if it does, beautiful. We're not past it yet. Are you with me? We're not past it yet. So if you go to a 15-minute, look at that. I'm not saying that we are going to, push down till here, but we are not there yet. At 11 a.m. Are you with me here? 11 a.m. It's now 10:45. Anything can happen in 15 minutes. Is everybody with me? Even from a 5-minute perspective, look at this. This thing can come down real quickly and push and close beneath. Can you see that? Are you with me, guys? Yes, exactly. Exactly. So anything can happen, but I want you to notice this. Listen to this. Price can, even if it goes across the finish line, price can do this. Are we together? Are you with me? And then begin to push up. Are we together, everybody? Are you with me? As long as it does not cross There. Are you with me? As long as it does not cross there, it's cool. You clear? Everybody clear? So it can do this. It can come till there. Guys, it can even do this. Mike, do you see that there? Is Mike still on? Price can do this. Then push up. Trying to give you a real-time analysis here by being this is very specific. Am I right, guys? This is specific. This is not just, okay. Let's put, this is specific. Everybody with me here, guys? Boyps, Sia, Kudzai. It's specific. Yes, it's specific. And I remember I told the guys out there yesterday, you got to pay for all of these things out there. Are we together? You have to pay for this. Yeah, you get it, Mahala. And I told the guys yesterday, just value it. Are we together? Appreciate it, because out there, it's you got to pay 15, 20,000 and you pay for a little description on a symmetrical triangle. And they don't even give you all the value it holds. Are we together, everybody? Everybody clear with this one? Can I give it to you one more time? Possible TP there, 0.66608. 0.66608. I like it a lot. Is anyone that wants to join? You can. You can if you want. It's the risk. Guys will take a risk. They say, Ash, I hear you, but I think it's so close to that vertical line. It's fine. I'm just going to take it. Yeah, I don't think it's going to go past there. Some guys argue like that, isn't it so? So I want to accommodate everybody that's willing to take a little bit more risk, and some of the guys that want to. Do you see this? You've got to go both ways. Try to give the guys that element of options, because at the end of the day, I said to you guys, people with money, the difference is they have options. They have options. They can go to whatever mall they want. They can go to any country they want. They have options. Does it make sense, everybody? When it's locked down, God forbid we have another lockdown. Are we together? They still have options. They still have options. Does that make sense, everyone? All right? Is everybody clear? Go to. Yeah, I suppose, you know. All right, everybody clear? Is there someone that wants to go in now, or do you want to wait? Let me make sure. Let me make sure. Let me make sure first before I move on. Okay, Lake's going to wait. Anyone else? Risk and reward. All right, there we go. 83 pips. 149 as a reward. Are we together? Stop loss here, guys. Stop loss if it's 8. There we go. Stop loss 0.65372. 0.65372. 0.65372. Everybody there? You know, guys, all this talk about methods and strategies reminding me, Shira, Sia, Laik, Mr. W, in my second year of trading, I paid for this strategy, and the guy he spoke to me about Bollinger Bands, RSI, moving averages, etc. And he said the moment you get an hour candle that closes above that specific area, buy. Like 7-8 positions open. Shit, guys. There was a day I put in like 10-12 positions, because remember, when you're starting out, you have a tendency to believe. Does it make sense, everybody? I think I put about 10-12 positions at Dell. That thing came down, moved against me. All 12 positions, wiped my account. Gone. I've blown over 25 accounts. dollars, rands, euros, and it was all back testing. This guy is the truth. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? So 12 positions one time, gone. That is why we can say today, keep your risk low and advise our clients correctly. Does that make sense? Is everybody with me? That's why today I can say to you guys, there's nothing wrong with the 0.01, one position. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're starting out and you're trying to grasp this thing, keep your risk low. Not buy. Euro CHF for the short. I think we already spoke about that one. It's in the movement phase now. Are we together? It's in the movement phase. It's in the movement phase. No, there was a different one. This was a different one. Sorry. I should have another one here somewhere. I think I have the wrong one. Or is that the right one? I had one earlier on that I was showing Mike. I don't know what I did with that one now. See you, Adele. Have a lekker weekend, okay? Have a lekker weekend. Enjoy load shedding. Euro CHF. I don't know what I did with that one, but I spoke to... Okay, no, hold on. Okay, I understand now. This was the long. No, man, it was a totally different one, guys. This is something else. I had a Euro CHF just now where it turned into a short. I don't know what I did with that one. But if we're going to go for the short here to 96317, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's just see what is, has it, as the boat sailed, what's happening. I just want to see. Okay, this one is broken through very nicely. I just want to see what level. Etienne, what level are you looking at though? Because I'm seeing a 95 here. 70 pips. 70 pips down. 70 pips down. All right. Anyone who wants to join Etienne in this one here for short? We are in the sell zone. You can see it. Guys, let me ask the question. How do you know that someone is successful or someone knows what they are talking about here? How do you know? How do you know? Okay, like staying out. How do you know? Yeah, let's hear what the guys say. You included. Like, how do you know? Okay, tell the guys. For short. How do you know? 95, 986. That's 71 pips. They brag like Laik. 970099. 97009. Let's give Sia Bonga a round of applause. Let's give Sia a round of applause. There we go, Sia. Are we together? They can break what they're saying down to you, not just say, hey, you know, let's sell here and we're going for TP. Does it make sense? They can explain themselves and behind that, not only practically in terms of putting a line there, you know, but they can back it up with understanding. That's very, very important. All right. Because anyone can send, you know, a demo screenshot and, you know, just quickly crop out the top part. And then they say, look at my trade. So we're together. So we want to see how you do this thing. Who's put ye? Who's put ye? How do you hold that shovel? How do you hold it? Anyone that wants to get in here? 127 reward, 73 risk. Looks very nice, I must say. Looks very nice. Loving it, actually. Looks beautiful. EJ, nice, man. Let's give EJ a round, man. I really like it. I like it. I like the AUD Swiss franc. I like the Euro Swiss franc. I like the CAD JPY today. We're not putting the dollar in there. Are we together, guys? Because that dollar is just yeah. That's the response. It's just yeah. All right. The Euro JPY. Yeah, let's go to Euro. That's the one. That's the one. Listen here, Laik. I hope, you know, I hope for my sake I didn't take that offer. otherwise, you must just give those TPs because oh, there we go. Oh, okay. There's it. Yes, man. There we go. So TP1 was 138. Am I right? 138. No. Sorry. Yeah. 138.941. Then 139. And then 142. Can you guys see this? The first TP, let me take that off. Let me take off the calculator. This was our analysis from here, from the top, from the bottom. 139.861. Are we together? 139.8. No, sorry. I'm getting it wrong, guys. 138.941. 139.861. 142.241. You see that? 140 entry. Yeah, there was a one. I remember that now. Yeah. I remember that. All right. So it's actually four there. 138.941, 139.861, 140 flat, and 142.248. Can you guys see that? A very big push up here from the specific area here. Can you guys see that? Now, what's very important about this euro here is that at this point in time, if you look at yesterday, is enough information for us to work with here? Yeah, is there enough information? Does this make sense for us to work with here? Yes or no? Is this enough information? Semi says no. What is a symmetrical based on? Lower highs, higher lows. That is great. Then it goes down, then it goes up again. Can you see that? You see that? This is very obscure. So can I please just quickly say this to you guys? Using this now, can you see what is the difference between trading and quality setups? This is you waiting for a quality setup. Everybody with me here? This, you got to wait for quality setup. So if this is sustained, look at that specific area here, right? This is the only high you can use. It's the only, because that doesn't make sense. Are we together, everybody? Is everybody with me here? That's the only high that you can use, and it doesn't look nice. I mean, look at that. Although it's lower highs, look at that. Lower highs. Can you see the lower highs and lower lows? Can you guys see that? But that's the only high you can use. And the apex, as you can see, we are well below. So this looks like a very steep, a very, very steep sell here. Can you guys see this? Everybody there? This is our last one here for the day, guys. Then I want you to practice this over the weekend. Mike, Shira, Mr. W, practice it over the weekend. Guys, I can guarantee you today, if all of us are on the same page when it comes to our technicals, it's going to be crazy in this trading room. Do you know why it's not crazy enough? Because everybody's on different levels. Is everybody with me? When everybody gets to the level of understanding, we come in, we're looking at certain pairs. That makes sense, everybody? Is everybody with me? Is everybody with me? See, it looks like the guys that sell these strategies, when they come back to you, they'll come back to you, they'll knock on your door. Just make sure you don't give your address out, you know. When they come back to you, it's over. See, AUD Swiss franc. AUD Swiss franc. I think I got the wrong one again. Just give me a sec. Let me see if I can find the right one, okay? There it is. There it is, Mike. 0.66608. I like this one. I like the Euro CHF and I like the AUD Swiss franc very much, actually. And it's well above. Look at that. It's crossing the finish line. Is everybody with me? It's crossing the finish line. That's brilliant. You're welcome. So guys, just as a close for this Friday, thank you very much. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be with you again next week, Monday and Tuesday. Please practice over the weekend. What's the number one thing that we always practice? Please just tell me what's the number one thing we're always practicing. I got a question from someone yesterday. What do I predominantly look at all the time? Or what's the first thing that I always look at? And my answer was very simple. And I want to see if the guys might just see it. What is the one thing that you can always bank on is going to give you some great direction? Leave entries, leave tools, leave technicals, momentum. There we go. Let's give Laik a round of applause, guys. Momentum. That was my answer. Are we together? Ash, what's the one thing that you... Momentum. I'm always looking at the price momentum because that determines a lot. It determines my entries. It determines my exits. Does it make sense, everybody? If I don't know what the momentum is, I'm going in blindly. You're going into a fight with a guy that's 6 feet. Are we together? You've got very small hands. He's got hands 5 times your size. He's going to give you a warmer one. Are we together, everybody? You don't want that, especially if the lady is around. So rather humble yourself and say, okay, this guy's big. I must go fetch something else here for him, you know. I must fetch something else here because I'm gonna come second with the size. Are we together? Is everybody with me? Some guys will just hold your head. They'll just hold your face with that big hands, and you'll do nothing. All right, you'll do nothing. So you rather say, okay, humble myself. I'll see you second half. You got the first half. I'll see you second half. But have a good weekend. Have a good weekend, you beautiful people. Thank you very much for the respect, appreciation, and the value that's exchanged in the trading room. That's why we keep on going. I'll see you guys on Monday. Practice, 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 practice over the week. Make sense? All right. You guys. Ciao, ciao.